Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Test.
Yep, I hear you. All right. Good morning. We're back for day 2 of Mitten Kitten Mashup number 10. I'm Biff Bixlot. I'm joined by Lexi Pro. We've got we've got the first game of the day on track 2.
We are going to see Chemical City of Midland playing Lansing B of Lansing. And we can see both teams line up on the track. Lansing in purple, Chemical City wearing green.
We'll run through the rosters when we get a minute here, when we get a stoppage in play. The reward for both these teams losing their first games, they get to play at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning.
All right. But you know, Biff, we have been waiting 4 long years for the Mitten Kittens tournament to return to Michigan. And I think I can safely say we are all thrilled that it is back.
Yeah, looks like we got a decent turnout of people in the venue for 9 a.m. on Saturday morning.
You can see bad attitude of Lansing holding down that line of purple at the front of the pack. Chemical City gearing up, but Andy Wardall, number 2, comes out. And she will not be your lead jammer. The ref signal indicates a no pass, no penalty there.
And we've got Juris Nocter jamming for Chemical City. She's still stuck in the pack, still has the opportunity to get lead.
Juris Nocter, of course, longtime Derby veteran, recent transfer from the Central Michigan Mayhem, skating mostly as a jammer for a good decade or longer. And the first points of the game are on the board. Andy Wardall, 4 points for Lansing. And we have
we have a star pass. That goes to number 96,
Vex Machine. Andy Wardall coming around again for 4.
She doesn't have the power to stop the jam as the non-lead jammer. We don't have a lead jammer, so the first jam of today's first game goes a full 2 minutes.
And Chemical City now on the board for 4 points. Andy Wardall again attempting a call off, but as Biff said, she is not the lead jammer. 4 more points for Wardall and Vex Machine. Juris Nocter. Vex Machine.
Vex Machine,
It's too early,
right.
Biff.
Coffee hasn't kicked in yet. We have. And I'm sure these skaters are thrilled to start the game with a 2-minute jam. Vex Machine.
And some nice blocking there by 3-2-1. Demolition of Lansing. You can see her throwing that left shoulder into Vex Machine. Bad attitude also holding down that line for Lansing.
Jam will time out.
And Andy Wardall picked up 3 more points there for Lansing.
So that brings us starts us off at 15-8 in favor of Lansing's B team.
Well, Chemical City all picked up 3 more points in that jam. Chemical City up to 11, Lansing at 15.
So jam number 2 about to get underway. Each team with a full set of skaters on the track.
We see Deacon Bruce holding down that line of purple. Deacon Bruce doing a lot of pivot work this tournament.
Cosmo, the jammer for Lansing. And Christy Yamahuchi jamming for Chemical City.
Christy Yamahuchi, of course, one of Chemical City's smallest and fastest skaters, and picking up lead jammer there. Lansing Cosmo going for a star pass there. Deacon Bruce taking the star. 2 star passes and 2 jams. Deacon Bruce now the jammer for Lansing.
So, Christy Yamahuchi will call that off. Was she able to get the full 4 points?
I see
3
fingers there. Yep, Ringmaster putting up 3 fingers there.
So 15-14, a 1-point game. Headed to jam number 3.
And we are very, very close sports fans. Chemical City 14, Lansing at 15, 1-point game. And we are just over 16 minutes into this first half.
All right, we got some blockers in the penalty box to start. And jamming for Lansing number 331.
Hemlocked. Meanwhile,
That is
Madam Ali Curie, also another Chemical City primary jammer, still working her way through on that initial hemlock, sneaks through on the inside on her first scoring pass. That's 4 points on the board for Lansing.
Madame Malay Curie still stuck in the back.
Madam Malay Curie going for
drawn back
going for a star pass.
Yeah. Lansing anxious to break that up as Hemlock meets some resistance from Chemical City. Star has been passed for Chemical City.
And this
that goes to number
333.
That's Recycler.
Yes, as the jam is called off. It's like four more points for Lansing in that jam.
8 more points total.
8 more. Yep, that's going to bring Lansing up to 23. Chemical City at 14. Of course, still very much anyone's game here.
Juris Noctor, the jammer for Chemical City. Starting in very close proximity to the Lansing jammer. The jam has started despite the lack of movement in the pack.
Deacon Brews on that inside trying to keep the line together, and out by a nose, it is number 1.
That's Juris Noctor.
Juris Noctor going to be lead jammer here. Number 88, Ready Set Riot, still working her way through that pack. Nice blocking there by 106 of Chemical City.
That is
Matt Hader. Star pass denied for Ready Set Riot. Juris Noctor scores 4 more and calls it.
And that'll narrow the gap to 23 to 18, still in favor of Lansing. Christy Yamahuchi back to the jammer line for Chemical City.
Bad
and
attitude.
it appears we have a power jam. Oh wait, no we don't.
I was going to say.
I don't see I said, oh, there we go. We do have a jammer for Lansing.
That's Cosmo for Lansing.
So jam is underway. Cosmos, number 218, Zero Foe Given. Zero Fox Given. Jamming for Lansing, still stuck in the pack. Christy Yamahuchi is lead jammer.
And
pack reassembling the exit of turn 2. Christy Yamahuchi.
Zero is out. She will not be your lead jammer. Christy Yamahuchi takes a tumble to the floor and calls it. That's 1, 2, 3.
3 more points.
3 more points for Chemical City.
So we have a 2-point game, 23-21. 12:43 remaining in the half.
Deacon Brews doing a little shimmy there at the front of the pack.
It appears we're only playing 20-minute halves here. So if I'm interpreting the clock correctly.
I think you're right, Biff, but it makes sense. We have a lot of bouts today.
Like 7 games on track number 2, last of which will be at 8:15 p.m. tonight.
And I think I'm announcing that one.
I think I am as well. So we're both in for a long day today.
I know. Matt Hader doing a nice job holding that line together for Chem City there.
Andy Wardall trying to find a crack in the Chemical City pack there, and she does. She is lead jammer.
And the ref did call her lead before she took that tumble to the inside.
Madame Malay Curie trying to find a path out of the pack for Chemical City. Star in hand, she does so.
Andy Wardall, meanwhile, on that scoring pass, getting shut out there by Mad Hader in the back of the pack.
And forcing the call off of the jam.
Goose egg there for Chemical City.
No points for either team. Well, let's see here.
Oh,
yeah, we got some points for Lansing. That's 4 points for Lansing.
Yeah, I was thinking, I know Andy Wardall made it through at least one scoring pass there.
So Queen Elsa, one of our inside jam refs. Nick Tater, Dictator, Queen Helsa, Ringmaster, Axel Rolls, the Kraken, and Dahmer's daughter are officials here.
Blake, and you miss it. Juris Noctor going to be your lead jammer. Happy hits and
Zero Fox given at the rear of the pack for Lansing, wearing the jammer star.
Nice hit, courtesy of the pivot.
That is Vex Machine.
Vex Machine.
She gives no Fox to Zero Fox given.
See what you did there. Vex Machine, of course, longtime Michigan Derby veteran.
Juris Noctor on a scoring pass gets through. That's another 4 points for Chemical City.
Zero, meanwhile, stuck at the back of the pack there.
Star pass to
number
10,
Lucille Brawl of Lansing. A lot of star passes in this first half.
Jam has been called. 4 more points for Chemical City. That's a total of 12. And they have retaken the lead, 33-27.
Shaping up to be a very exciting game for so early in the morning here. I hope all 12 of you watching this on the stream are enjoying this as much as we are. And you can see Deacon Brews almost eyeing both jammers there. She's the one holding down that line of purple for Lansing.
Cosmo, the jammer for Lansing. She's made the most forward progress, 2 blockers to beat. She stretches the pack to its breaking point and picks up lead for Lansing. So 3-on-3 in the pack.
And 32-32, Andy DeSpanko looking to break up that line, help get Cosmo through the pack. Cosmo's going to take a hit to the inside.
And this is a power jam for Lansing. The Chemical City jammer picked up a penalty. I did not happen to see what that was. Cosmo stopping the jam to freeze Chemical City's jammer in the penalty box.
0 points on that jam for Lansing, but they will be in the power star going into this next jam. And we could see a lead change here. Andy Wardall on the jam line for Lansing. Vex Machine yelling at Mad Hater, hey, get back here.
Yeah, so Chemical City at least has a full set of blockers to defend this power, to try to kill this, what's left of this power jam.
Andy Wardall sneaking through on the inside, going to be lead jammer.
Christy Yamaguchi out of the penalty box in hot pursuit. As the packs reassemble on the back straightaway nearest the bleachers.
Nice.
Andy Wardall comes to an abrupt halt there.
Nice hit from the Chemical City pivot there at the back of the pack.
Vex Machine dishing out some more punishment.
Happy Hits also going to come in for an assist there. And Andy Wardall slapping those hips, calls it off. 4 points there for Lansing.
But Chemical City able to collect 2 before the 4th whistle.
So Chemical City now at 35, Lansing at 31.
Lansing B is 31, Chemical City 35. Just over 7 minutes left to play in the first half.
And Chemical City has called a team timeout.
So now that we have the opportunity, let's run through our rosters for this game. Skating for Chemical City, it's number 106, Mad Hater. Number 1778, Molly Pitcher. Number 2, Bloody Two Shoes. Number 23, Crusher Cat. Number 333, Recycler. Number 380, Juris Noctor, the Jammer. Number 56, Sugar Smacks. Number 602, Adam Smasher. Number 626, Happy Hits. Number 666, 67, Impaler. Number 69, Curvicious. Number 727, Christy Yamaguchi. Number 77, the Captain Lumbar Lunatic. Number 8, Reckless Abandon. Number 88, Madame Malay Cure. Number 930, Susie Seam Ripper. And number 96, Vex Machine.
And skating for Lansing B in this bout, number 2, Andy Wardall. Number 32, Annie DeSpanko. Number 56, Deacon Brews. Number 321, Demolition. 68, Flame. Number 331, Hemlock. Number 10, Lucille Brawl. Number 21, Mick Jammer. Number 88, Ready Set Riot. 69, Rogue One. Number 30, Voodoo Dolly. 14, Warhol. 218, Zero Foe Given. 610, Cosmo. And team captain, number 9, Bad Aptitude. And you can see Bad Aptitude right there at the front of the pack, holding down that line of blockers there for Lansing.
And we got Juris Noctor taking the Jammer Star for Chemical City.
3-on-2 pack. Chemical City currently down a blocker there.
Lansing's Jammer making the most forward progress.
Number 77, Lumbar Lunatic, putting up some good defense there for Lansing. Lumbar Lunatic, of course, formerly of Lansing, recent transfer to Chemical City.
Hemlock picks up lead Jammer for Lansing. Juris Noctor out of the pack now as well. Pack comes to a halt here at the entrance of turn 3. Hemlock into the pack. Tries to find some room around the outside. She does, but she'll call the jam. Not sure if she was able to get the full 4 points out of that.
That looks like 3 points going on the board there for Lansing, bringing them up to 33. Chemical City still at 35.
So a 2-point game. So I've got 3-on-3 in the pack to start. Susie Seamer holding things down at the front for Chemical City.
And both jammers still fighting their way through to get through that on that initial pass. And out.
That's Madame Malay Curie.
Nice hit there by Rogue One. Madame Malay Curie forced to the back of that pack.
Still don't have a lead jammer, and that is number 88. Jamming for Lansing Roller Derby. Ready, Set, Riot.
Ready, Set, Riot. Still stuck at the front of that pack, but going back and forth. Great lateral movement there.
So 8s were wild on the jammer line. 2 88s squaring off here against each other.
I just noticed that, Biff, yeah.
So
again, nice defense there, and
looks like Ready, Set, Riot. First out of the pack, not lead jammer.
That's right. You can be first out of the pack, but sometimes won't be lead. And
it appears Madame Malay Curie, with Jammer Star in hand, is going to the penalty box. So Lansing gets the power jam. Ready, Set, Riot.
And Mick Jammer doing her best to break up that wall of green there for her jammer. Ready, Set, Riot, slowing down a little bit. Annie DeSpanko seems to be signaling her to keep going. Pack almost at a standstill on the turn. Ready, Set, Riot now headed to the penalty box.
Yeah, picked up a back block. So that's going to end the power jam for Lansing and give Chemical City a chance now in the power jam.
And Ready, Set, Riot, of course, will serve the same amount of time Madame Malay Curie did on her penalty.
So Madame Malay Curie finding a path through the pack here.
Taking a tumble to the inside. Jam is called off. Lansing picked up 2 points.
And Lansing immediately requesting an official review. May or may not have something to do with that jammer penalty. We'll see.
Yep.
So, but as things stand, it is a 1-point game. 3:46 remaining in the first period. Chemical City 35, Lansing 34.
And let's just give a quick shout out to this tournament's official charity. It's a breast thing. Grant fund by supporting local breast cancer patients by awarding $500 grants to cancer patients in 19 mid-Michigan counties. Funds help those in need with expenses not covered by insurance. Here at the Lansing Center, we've got a raffle going on to benefit that charity. But those of you watching at home can also donate by going to www.itsabreastthing.org. Also want to thank the sponsors of Mitten Kittens X, donating some great prizes for the raffle and for our MVPs. Miners Den Jewelers, Jackie Daniels, Amori's Liquor, Jean Berlin, Say Killy's Chocolates, Roller Bones Bearings, Judy Cooper, and Vivios.
So official reviews. The coaches and captains have pled their case. The referees are deliberating as we speak. I've yet to notice any of the participants in the Michigan Chess Association event that is happening also here at the Lansing Center. I've yet to see them wander in here with a confused look on their face.
Yeah, I guess if you're a chess player, roller derby might take you by surprise a little bit. Like,
It might. It might. What is this? This does not look like chess.
I know. But I'll tell you something, Biff. They are missing all the fun right here in whatever this room is called.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
Center.
this is called. I think there's another concourse dedicated to the chess tournament, but
Probably.
roller derby has a knack for attracting strange bedfellows to venues.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting the verdict here on the official review.
Purple was seeking, Lansing was seeking to have the back block that was assessed to their jammer rescinded on the basis that it was not actually contact to the back and therefore did not have impact for penalty. They will retain that review. That penalty is overturned.
The what? The penalty what?
The penalty is overturned.
Okay, so the jammer penalty to Ready Set Riot has been overturned. The contact was deemed to have not been made with the back and within a legal contact zone. So the penalty has been rescinded. We have two jammers on the track. In a one-point game, Chemical City 35, Lansing 34. We're just under 4 minutes left in the first half.
And Warhol, longtime Lansing veteran, holding down that line of blockers at the front of the pack.
So we've got Zero Foe Gibbon jamming for Lansing.
Working her way through that pack at
And,
Christy Yamahuchi on the jam line for Chemical City. Zero Fall Given going to be lead jammer.
Christy Yamahuchi in hot pursuit. Pack reassembles the exit of turn 2. Zero Foe Gibbon on a scoring pass.
Zero Fall Given coming up against Mad Hater there at the back of that pack. Takes a tumble and calls it.
Was she able to keep Christy Yamahuchi off the scoreboard?
Yep.
It appears she was successful in that task.
Double goose egg on that jam. And I'll tell you something, Mad Hater really knows how to make sure an announcer remembers who she is with those lighted wheels.
Yes. I saw those when she was warming up yesterday. I was mildly surprised that those are legal for competition, but
Oh,
hey, this is supposed to be a fun tournament anyway, right?
oh yeah. I'd argue that all tournaments are fun tournaments,
Well, yeah.
but
So-
I'm watching, not competing.
Right. So it appears Zero
Sure.
Folk Gibbon picked up a penalty at the end of that jam.
Power jam for Chemical City. It's Juris Nocter wearing the star there.
Juris Nocter with lead status. Finds a seam to the inside.
Dodging nicely around Lucille Brawl, picking up 4 points there.
A little bit of an apex skip there for Juris Nocter.
Zero fresh out of that penalty box, coming up against that wall of green. Nice block there by the recycler at the back of the pack.
Yeah, Zero, it looked like she was spinning her wheels a little bit coming out of the penalty box, but she's back on the track.
Meanwhile, Juris Nocter picking up 4 points there. Zero still on her initial pass. See if Juris Nocter, yep, and 1, 2, 3, 4 more points for Chemical City. This was the break that Chemical City needed to jump into the lead, now at 47 points.
So 12 on the jam so far. Zero Fox Gibbon stashed the star out of the pack now.
And Juris Nocter picks up 4 more and calls it. Nothing there for Lansing. It's going to bring Chemical City up to 51, Lansing at 34 with just over a minute left to go in this first half.
So probably the last jam of the half. Possibly.
Maybe, we'll have to see. That's Cosmo on the jam line for Lansing. And Chemical City has called an official review.
All right, so it looks like Chemical City is using.
Although it appears they're maybe just using it as a timeout.
Could be, but have they used any of their team timeouts so far?
They have used one, so they'll have 2 remaining for the second half.
Just want to give a shout out to all of our
So we want to say thank you so much to Lansing Roller Derby for being our tournament hosts yet again. Mitten Kitten fans, remember they hosted in 2018, 2019, the last Mitten Kittens tournament. Also thank you to the Lansing Center for opening their doors to us for 3 days of Derby. Thank you so much, all of our NSOs, both skating and non-skating officials joining us from far and wide. We have officials coming to us from Ohio, from Florida, from Wisconsin, probably a few other states I can't think of right now because I wasn't a geography major. And it appears that Chemical City did use that official review as a timeout. Matt Hayter in the back of that pack there, trying to hold things down. Hot pursuit. Andy Wardall going to be your lead jammer. Christy Yamaguchi taking a big hit there off of Deacon Bruce to the outside. Deacon Bruce forcing her to the back of the pack. Now Christy Yamaguchi taking a hit to the inside again, courtesy of Deacon Bruce. Deacon Bruce, relative newcomer to Lansing, joining the team in 2022, already making strides as an extremely versatile blocker.
So a pie block assessed to Andy Wardall. That's going to put Chemical City back on the power jam if Christy Yamaguchi can make some progress here.
And that is exactly what Lansing doesn't need at this point in the game.
Big hit by
Vex machine there of Chemical City. But Deacon Bruce once again forcing Christy Yamaguchi to the back of the pack there. Pack strung out a little bit on the turn there.
And Lansing has killed the penalty. Christy Yamaguchi picked up a track cut. Andy Wardall blazing her way out of the penalty box, picks up 4 points for Lansing.
So now this is going to be a power jam for Lansing.
And it's still got 30 seconds to run. Period clock has expired. And neither jammer with lead status is going to go 2 full minutes.
That's right. Lombard Lunatic had to let her go there. Pack is getting small, 2-on-3 there.
Pack decimated by penalties. Lansing with the 3-on-2 advantage.
Once again, Lombard Lunatic has to let her go. Former teammate there. 4 more points for Andy Wardall. And the 2-minute mark has been reached.
And that was a big jam for Lansing. That was a nice break right at the end to catch that jammer penalty.
And we have a 5-point game going into the half. Chemical City 51, Lansing at 46. We will see you again in just about 15 minutes.
Wow.
numbers between Mitten Kittens 9 and Mitten Kittens 10. We are thrilled to see the Mitten Kitten tournament returning to Michigan.
Yeah, everybody's ready to get back together.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll start this jam. Each team with 3 blockers on the track. Chemical City leading by a score of 51-46. Lansing picked up a 12-point jam right at the end of the first period to bring it to within 5 points.
And Lombard Lunatic holding down that blocker line there at the front of the pack for Chemical City.
Andy Wardall, the jammer for Lansing against Juris Nocter of Chemical City. Juris Nocter stretching the pack to its breaking point, and she is through. Lead jammer for Chemical City.
But Andy Wardall, hot on her heels, hoping to force a call off there.
Juris Nocter not taking the bait just yet. Jammers approach the pack at speed.
And Juris Nocter's hand slapped those hips as soon as Andy Wardall overtakes her. We'll have to see if either jammer picked up any points there.
Looks like jam ref is conferring with the outside pack ref. And we have an official timeout. Maybe it.
Looks like Chemical City picked up 3 points there in that jam.
Looks like we got a fallen skater there in the ref lane, number 57. That is for Lansing, number 57. Not sure who that is.
I don't think 57's skating. I think.
Oh, that may be somebody from another track, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be Andy Wardall. I see the jammer star.
Yeah. And just one jam into the second half. Chemical City is at 54. Lansing is at 46. This is still a very, very close game. Could go either way at this point.
We are 1 point away from an unsponsored palindrome score. So, and medics tending to the injured skater.
We are also taking a little time out for some track repair there on the inside line.
So, this Mitten Kitten 10, this is a prelude. Team Michigan Roller Derby will return to the Lansing Center in September of 2024. I think a lot of people are really excited about this, bringing the state and province and borderless teams in for the Skate Wars tournament, September 6th through 8th of 2024, here at the Lansing Center here in Lansing. It's hosted by Team Michigan and Lansing Roller Derby. There's a website with more information, www.theskatewars.com.
And looks like Andy Wardall is leaving the track under her own power. That is always a good sign. All right, and the jam timer's blown the long whistle. That means we're going to get back into action here.
Yeah, it looks like Hemlock wearing the jammer star for Lansing.
Looks like we have a 4-on-3 pack situation out there. Lansing has one in the penalty box. Happy Hit's going to force Hemlock back to the outside there.
Christy Yamahuchi, the jammer for Chemical City.
Taking a tumble there to the inside there.
Finds herself wedged in a tripod of Chemical City blockers, or Lansing blockers, excuse me.
Hemlock is your lead jammer.
Christy Yamahuchi out now as well. Pack's reassembling in turn 2. Hemlock first to approach.
Nice hit there. Happy Hit's forcing a call off there. And Hemlock did pick up 1 point in that jam. Chemical City held scoreless. That's going to bring Lansing up to 47. Chemical City still in the lead at 54.
So we're operating with 20-minute halves here, especially with 7 games happening on this track today.
And there's 7 or 8 on track A, I believe.
Yeah, they started a little bit earlier than we did this morning.
That's right. And I think they'll go a little bit later.
So jam is underway.
And X Machine and the Chemical City pivot forcing Ready Set Riot to the outside of that pack. Mick Jammer of Lansing looking to break up that line of green there. Ready Set Riot headed to the penalty box. Power jam for Chemical City.
And that is Madame Millet Curie, the jammer for Chemical City.
Rogue One gonna put a hit there.
And she picked up a high block. Power jam giveth, the power jam taketh away.
Now this will be a power jam for Lansing. And of course, Madame Malay Curie will serve the same amount of time that Ready Set Riot did in that penalty box. Ready Set Riot finds a hole on the inside. Will not be your lead jammer, of course. Going to the penalty box means you lose that privilege.
All right, pack frozen at the exit of turn 2. Ready Set Riot approaches.
Nice hit there from the Mad Hater.
Mad Hater blockers made her presence felt all weekend here for Chemical City. So Lansing swings into offense as the penalty to Madame Malay Curie expires.
Madame Malay Curie taking a hit there to the inside, courtesy of Mick Jammer of Lansing.
Pack slowly advancing through turn 3, and Ready Set Riot emerges with 4 points.
And Madame Malay Curie star pass denied there, out on her initial pass.
So Pack reforms around the pivot line. Ready Set Riot hops to the inside, picks up another 4 points.
And the officials call off the jam. Chemical City picking up 4 points there.
Lansing a total of 8. So it's 58-55 in favor of Chemical City.
Chemical City holding on to that lead by the weakest of threads at this point.
Lansing not going away easily here.
Lansing only has 2 blockers on the track for this jam.
And we have Zero Foe Gibbon, the jammer for Lansing.
And that's Juris Nocter on the jam line for Chemical City. Lucille Brawl doing her best to put the shoulder into Juris Nocter, but Nocter will be your lead jammer. Zero Foe Given, meanwhile, taking a hit to the outside, courtesy of Vex Machine. Number 333, the Recycler, also going to come in for an assist. Happy Hits doing her best to keep Zero contained. And Juris Nocter is coming around for 4 more points.
And reinforcements arriving into the pack from the penalty box for Lansing. Juris Nocter finds a path to the inside. Meets a tripod of Lansing blockers.
Yeah.
And breaks out.
1, 2, 3, 4 more points there for Juris Nocter.
Zero Foe Gibbon passing the jammer star.
To number 333.
That is Hemlock. Oh, that is Lanfear. And she was not able to collect any points before the jam expired. So a 12-point jam for Chemical City. They lead now 70-55.
Number 610, Cosmo on the jam line for Lansing. That's Christy Yamaguchi out there jamming for Chemical City. Bad Aptitude's going to push her to the inside. Cosmo, meanwhile, putting up some resistance there from Chem City. Cosmo will be your lead jammer.
Yeah, Cosmo just lowered the shoulder into Adam's Smasher. Found her way through to pick up lead status. Christy Yamaguchi in hot pursuit. She'll force a quick call off of the jam. Has 0 points for both teams. Chemical City remains in the lead 70-55.
Andy Wardall, number 2, lining back up on the jam line for Lansing. Juris Nocter out there wearing the star for Chemical City.
13 minutes left to play in the second half.
appears that Lansing's blockers are running into a bit of penalty trouble. 2-on-4 pack out there. Still, those two blockers from Lansing doing a dynamite job of containment on Juris Noctor. Andy Wardall will be your lead jammer.
Actually, it's Madame Malay Curie, the jammer for Chemical City. Andy Wardall tries the apex jump, doesn't quite work.
Oh, thanks, I missed that.
And that ends the jam. No points for Chemical City, but no points for Lansing there. So Lansing unable to convert the lead jammer status into points, and the score remains 70-55. 12 minutes or so remaining in the game. Crouching blockers, hidden jammers from our vantage point here at the turn 1.
Bad attitude, doing a great job holding that blocker line down for Lansing.
It looks like Hemlock jamming against Juris Noctor of Chemical City.
Number 77, Lumbar Lunatic, throwing that shoulder into Hemlock.
Juris Noctor knocked down again.
And Juris Noctor, I thought she was going for that hole on the inside.
I think Hemlock may have just like well, we have a skater down, so the jam has been whistled to a stop. Looked like it was maybe Juris Noctor that took the hit there.
Yes, she is crouched down on the outside of the track there.
Looks like Purple is taking a team timeout.
So after parties this weekend here, you know, even if you're like sitting at home watching, you're having your coffee, you're gonna come down here later. Maybe you want to take in our after party tonight at Lansing Shuffle Food Hall and Social Club. That'll run from 9 to 12. The kitchen, the food vendors will be operating until 11 p.m.
And don't forget, and we will be back here on Sunday, bright and early at 9:15 for the Scrim Scram. Coming up next on track 2 at 1:45, we're going to see number 3 ranked Downriver versus number 6 ranked Irish Hills. Oh, sorry, that was Friday.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's whoever lost the 2:45 game on track number 1 against whoever lost the whoever lost the Downriver Irish Hills games. I believe that was Irish Hills.
Number 14, Warhol of Lansing, holding down that blocker line in the front of the pack. Christy Yamahuchi out, sneaking on the inside. Wait.
Yep, that is Christy Yamahuchi.
Okay, I got it right this time. Good.
Yep. And it looks like Ready, Set, Riot, the jammer for Lansing.
Ready, Set, Riot, looking to get
star in hand. Christy Yamahuchi enters the pack.
Big hit there from.
And brought to a screeching halt there by the Lansing pack. Ready, Set, Riot gets an assist there from Lanfear. Out of the pack now for Lansing.
Will not be lead jammer. Christy Yamahuchi coming up into that pack, calls it. And looks like Christy Yamahuchi picked up
2 points.
2 points there for Chemical City.
6 points total on that jam.
That's going to bring Chemical City up to 76. Lansing still at 55.
So Chemical City will start this jam with a 1 blocker advantage.
0 foul given on the jam line there for Lansing.
Can't quite make out who the Chemical City jammer is at this point.
Number 77, Lumbar Lunatic, doing some nice containment there on 0. 109 has to let her go, and 0 will be your lead jammer.
Madame Malay Curie, the jammer for Chemical City. She is still working on her initial pass.
Zero. Zero trying to bash her way through that pack there.
Number 69, Delicious. Unfortunately, Lansing's going to lose.
So that is Annie DeSpanko heading to the penalty box for Lansing.
Bad aptitude, can't slow down. Number 88 there, Mademoiselle Curie, 4 points going on the board for Chemical City.
Zero Faux Gibbon was going to call the jam. Finally got her 4 points.
Taking a cue from the bench there. 4 very hard-fought points there. So that's going to bring Lansing up to 59. Chemical City now at 80 with just under 9 minutes left to go in this second half. And we see Demolition and Lucille Brawl lining up there in front of the pack for Lansing. Cosmo.
Cosmo with the jammer star for Lansing. And blocker penalties, I think that's kind of leading to a death by 1,000 paper cuts situation for Lansing.
But Lansing, Cosmo makes it out of that pack. She will be your lead jammer. Lanfear putting the hit there.
That Vex Machine with the jammer star for Chemical City. And she did not start as the pivot, so.
Yeah, Vex Machine, though, longtime Derby veteran, extremely versatile skater. A lot of times you'll see the more experienced skaters wearing the pivot stripe. And we've certainly seen Vex Machine doing a lot of that, taking a turn as jammer. And Lucille Brawl doing some nice containment. Demolition going to assist.
Well, Cosmo picks up a penalty.
Power jam for Chemical City.
That comes at an inopportune time for Lansing at this point.
Just about to say that, Biff. And Annie DeSpanko coming up against the Chemical City pivot there. And Vex Machine, hard fought initial pass there. And bench coach Yar yelling some encouragement there from the sidelines. Pack is at a standstill. Vex Machine gracefully passing that star there to number 333, the recycler. Cosmo, meanwhile, out of that penalty box. Oh! We spoke too soon. She's headed right back there.
Yeah, picked up a high block.
Still power jam for Chemical City. And Recycler has to get past Lucille Brawl, Demolition, and Lanfear to get on the scoreboard in this jam. And she takes a tumble. Lucille Brawl takes advantage, comes up ahead of her. Jam reaches 2 minutes, is called off. Lansing did pick up 2 points in that jam. Chemical City, 3 more.
So 2 minutes of Sturm und Drang only yielded a 3-2 score there for Chemical City.
And Lansing calls an official review.
And it looks like Lansing is going to use their official review.
And it may or may not have something to do with those 2 jammer penalties incurred by Cosmo during that jam.
If you haven't had a chance yet, make sure you check out the booths that we have behind the bleachers over here. We have the Roller Revival.
So skaters are waiting on the track, hands on hips. No DJ here to incite the dance party. That might be a little early in the morning for that. But.
That's what I was about to say, Biff. Please want to take a second to thank all of our refs and NSOs once more. Thank you so much to our medics as well. Everyone working very hard behind the scenes and on the scenes, as you can see, to help Mitten Kittens come together this year. And thank you also to our photographers for making everyone look great there on Facebook and the Instas and the social medias. Thank you to Devin, who is the whole reason you are able to watch this on YouTube right now. Devin, the official IT guy for Lansing Roller Derby, putting this on the stream for all of you to enjoy at home.
We have Banjo Brawler, James Dyer,
And also big thank you to AK 40 ounce, longtime Michigan Derby vet and the driving force and head and main organizer of Mitten Kittens for 10 years now. And a tremendous amount of work behind the scenes goes into making this tournament come together every year. And we can't thank everyone enough.
Yeah, he's been herding all the cats for Mitten Kittens.
Not an easy task, not easy. Finding a venue, finding sponsors,
This is bounced around to a few different places. I think it was in the Detroit suburbs for a time, and then
back in 2011, 2012. I think it was only a one-day event back in those days.
Yeah, that's right.
There were just that few teams competing. And now it's expanded into 3 full days of roller derby.
And there are multiple levels of play here. You've got the state teams, even though that's not technically a full tournament, but they did bring in Ohio, Indiana, Maryland, and Wisconsin for some state all-star games, and those will be starting up here, I think, around noon today.
And Team Michigan, of course, also playing later on today. We've even got a few junior bouts this weekend, I believe, on Sunday.
Lansing was looking to have a cut penalty assessed to the Chemical City Jammer in that prior jam for cutting the Lansing pivot. We determined that there was not enough information to issue a penalty, so the no call stands.
Okay. All right, Lansing sought a jammer penalty on Chemical City. The referees did not observe such a thing, so Lansing loses their official review. The no call will stand. So it looks like we've got Madame Millet Curie on the jammer line for Chemical City.
And power start for Chemical City. Cosmo still in that penalty box. Lumbar Lunatic looking to break up that line of green, a line of purple there at the front of the pack. Meanwhile, Cosmo out of the penalty box with a vengeance, attempting to muscle her way through that wall of green. Bloody Two Shoes doing a nice job holding it down. And just as I say that, Bloody Two Shoes takes a tumble there.
I stand corrected. Christy Yamahuchi, the jammer for Chemical City.
And Christy Yamahuchi does a little spin move there from the outside to the inside.
So we've got a multiplayer block assessed to Lansing. That is number 30, Voodoo Dolly. Still no lead jam. We're roughly a minute into the jam. Christy Yamahuchi beats a tripod from Lansing.
Bad aptitude, using those hips like a deadly weapon, taking Yamahuchi to the inside, and gonna force her to line up to the back of the pack there. Cosmo, meanwhile, eye contact is hard with Lumbar Lunatic. The two former teammates face off here on the turn.
Cosmo with star in hand.
Looking to get a star past her pivot, of course, behind her.
And her pivot is occupied with Christy Yamahuchi. And Christy Yamahuchi passing the star to Lumbar Lunatic. I think that's 2 jams in a row. Lumbar Lunatic has received the jammer star.
You know, both these jammers fighting extremely hard to get through the pack, and Lucille Brawl has to let Lumbar Lunatic go. Lumbar Lunatic taking the star there for Chemical City. Jam is called off, and 2 minutes of fighting. Double goose egg there. Amazing blocking in that jam.
Chemical City is sitting at 83, Lansing B roller derby at 61, and we're just under 4 minutes left to play in this game.
And Chemical City has just called a team timeout.
And they will have 1 remaining after that. 3:40 left in the game. Chemical City clinging to an 83-61 lead.
And Chemical City has been staying fairly consistently in the lead this second half. It's too early to say if they could take the game, but only 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Chemical City just a couple of jams worth of penalty trouble away from Lansing stealing the game.
Yeah, once we resume, looks like it'll be Juris Noctor jam against Andy Wardall of Lansing. But this would seem like a comfortable lead for Chemical City. We have to remember, right at the end of the first period, Lansing had a 15-point jam, so not an insurmountable lead in it by any means.
And the long whistle has been blown.
Yeah.
We're lining back up on the track. Time to start the bout again.
Lots of cool stuff. Check it out.
And the officials look a little confused out there. I think they're distracted by whatever's going on the other track. Axel Rolls tapping the shoulders there for an official timeout. And
looks like we have a Chemical City skater being attended to by the medics. It's not affecting gameplay at this point.
And the jam timer started the jam. Skaters. Oh, now we're off to the races.
We have a delayed start. Trust us, the jam started. But.
Andy Wardall headed to the penalty box.
A track cut.
Power jam, exactly what Lansing does not need right now. Juris Noctor going to be your lead jammer. That was a nice hit there by Wardall on the recycler.
So a power jam and a one blocker advantage.
Juris Noctor picking up 4 points for Chemical City.
So Pack advancing slowly out of turn 2. Juris Noctor on a second scoring pass gets through. That is going to be 8 points for Chemical City.
Andy Wardall, of course, on her initial pass. Big hit there from the Vex machine on Wardall. Happy Hit's also going to come in for an assist. The recycler doing her fair share as well, keeping Andy Wardall trapped at the back of the pack.
And Chemical City losing their pivot now to the penalty box.
Happy Hit's taking a tumble out of bounds, and that was Andy Wardall's initial pass, of course. Juris Noctor sneaking around on the inside.
Fear unable to deliver the big hit there.
4 points for Juris Noctor. Andy Wardall coming around on the scoring pass here. And number 333, the recycler, goes down. And Andy Wardall scoots around. Happy Hits there. 4 points on the board for Lansing.
Juris Noctor may be content to let this jam run, but nope, she will call it off.
4 more points, and immediately Lansing's bench coach Yar has called a timeout. Chemical City just 5 points below that century mark at 90. Oh, 1 point below the century mark at 99. Lansing at 65. We've got a minute and 30 seconds left to go, and it's a 34-point game.
I don't know. We'll see if Lansing can conjure a 35-point jam. I've seen stranger things. But.
That's right. And Lansing B team, of course, coming fresh off a loss to Ann Arbor yesterday, Ann Arbor C. Teams lining back up on the track. Yar consulting with the officials there in the center. With the long whistle, we're back in. 1, possibly 2 more jams here in this second half.
1:39 left in the game. Chemical City 99, Lansing 65.
Check out the schedule to see when you can get your time on that table.
Jam is underway.
Mad Hater looking to break up that line of purple there for her jammer. That is Madame Malay Curie. Right,
And Hemlock wearing the jammer star for Lansing. Stuck at the rear of the pack, but seems to be finding some path on the outside. Hemlock is out.
Madame Malay Curie coming up on her first scoring pass, running into Mick Jammer and Bad Aptitude at the back of the pack there. Hemlock, meanwhile, up on her scoring pass. 4 points for Chemical City,
4 for Lansing.
4 for Lansing. Lansing calling a second team timeout.
And that will be their last. So,
Just a
last, we are 1 minute even from the end of this game.
Chemical City breaking the century mark in that last jam, up to 103. Lansing at 69.
So Ready, Set, Riot will take the jammer star for Lansing. This is their last throw at the dice here.
Could be last, could be second to last. We'll just have to wait and see.
Very good. I hope you have carbon filtration on your too. Yes, incredibly important. Yes, thank you. Put the carbon filtration system on your house.
Oh, and the jam timer's called 5 seconds. We are back.
So Ready, Set, Riot, the jammer for Lansing.
Full complement of skaters on the track. Penalty box is empty. And
Juris Noctor, I believe, the jammer for Chemical City.
Juris Noctor, I recognize those purple pants there.
And Juris Noctor is lead.
Ready, Set, Riot, encountering some serious resistance there from the gals in green.
Star in hand, she's trying to find her pivot.
Yeah.
Mad Hater sniffing that out. Juris Noctor,
Number 106.
perfectly content to not engage here.
Yeah, she knows. Yep, she just looked over her shoulder at the scoreboard. She's like, yeah, I'm just gonna let Ready, Set, Riot suffer a little bit. Deacon Bruce headed to the penalty box there.
Ready, Set, Riot, star in hand.
Looking to get
May have accidentally cut somebody and had to yield, so that would. And jam has been called. No additional points for either team.
Double goose egg there. And that's going to be the end of the bout. We have our unofficial score.
It is Chemical City 103, Lansing Roller Derby B Team 69.
We'll get you the official score in just a couple of minutes.
And I think that is the official score.
I always wait till the scoreboard says final score.
That's usually a pretty safe bet, and it does. So we are ready. And Chemical City picking up.